glory out. You're laying all the stuff on the ground. Tell me about why you're covering over. You're laying all that green stuff on the ground on top of the bare ground.
Well, it's part of the natural progression in life. If you just look around you and see what happens, dead stuff falls out of tree, falls to the ground. And we're in the process of getting ready to wood mulch this garden. And what I find is that trim it, lay it, take a lot of the dead stuff out of the trees, put it down, and then cover that over with mulch, and it looks beautiful. So it can have the best. We can feed the ground, encourage new growth on the bush, and put the natural fall and clippings right on the ground. And normally it doesn't look beautiful, but when you cover it with wood chips, it lives, moves, and breathes. And if I wanted to plant something in a couple of weeks later, all I do is move it back, put a plant in there, and the natural fertilizer is already there. Stuff is already starting to break down.
It does look nice. Just clears up that whole thing. I like the way that the other garden ended up looking. Every summer since we have lived here, we have fought weeds in our perennial flower beds. We have about 20 huge beds. But this year, we, after doing some research on YouTube, discovered this man named Paul Gotchi who uses wood chips in what he calls his Back to Eden garden. The wood chips planted very deeply keep the weeds from growing, but also preserve the soil moisture. In addition, the breakdown of the wood chips eventually just keeps renewing the soil. So having poor soil, we have put in wood chips about 8 to 12 inches deep in most of our perennial beds, and they are looking fantastic. Not only are the weeds very minimal, but the soil is retaining the moisture. And even though we haven't watered, everything in the beds looks really good. That whole thing. I like
We
the way
are
that the
really
other
thrilled
garden
about it.
ended up looking.
Tree looks beautiful. Get down some of the under death. If you look at the top of the trees, you can actually see the new stuff budding.
Yes.
And where it wasn't getting sunlight, that's where all the dead twigs are. So it's healthy. And they break off easily, otherwise I trim it out with my saw or something like that. Or clippers. I got some whoppers that we got at a home store that has gears into it, and so we're able to cut off 1.5 inch limb. Huh, easy. So we use it, put it to good use. This is garden number 3 for me.
Yeah, sure is. Not to mention the vegetable garden.
Not to mention the other smaller gardens around the outbuildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's this one called, Lois?
You know, I used to call it the Morning Glory garden, but I don't have a Morning Glory in there.
So I guess we have to upgrade it.
Yeah. But it's kind of the garden I see from the dining room window.
Yeah.
But now I think I can see through. I'll be able to see through it to the other garden too, which would be nice. Because it is pretty.
We trimmed all the lilacs. They finished blooming. The peonies. Went around all of them. They had done their flowering bit and set seeds. Actually